Please, you have the floor.
Well, thank you very much, Ashraf, His Excellency Amira, and also Sonia, and I don't see Ashraf, but maybe he's busy, so it's okay. But well, first of all, really, I mean, I think it's a great pleasure to be here. I represent, as you mentioned, the Israeli private sector, and by the way, I sit on the QAZ committee from the beginning, trying to actually see that governments are doing their jobs, because we pay our taxes, so they have to deliver. So we are, and there is also, I hope on the Egyptian side should be also a representative of the private sector. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come. I wish they will be more present over there. Yes, I mean, so I am following the quiz from the very beginning. But and again, we can decide how to tackle the issue from which type of resolution, either to speak about the specific thing of the quiz, which I think we got very interesting insight from our previous panel. But again, I think that we have to look at the bigger picture. And there's no question, and again, Kobi and myself know for many years, I've been involved both in government on the regional cooperation here. And I think we are really at a crossroad, because, sorry, Kobi, I'm an economist. We have to be very humble, okay? All what we are predicting, I'm not sure it's happening. I mean, we all remember the crisis of 2008. We all remember the corona. And so, I mean, we have to be very humble. And I think that what is very essential is to understand that we are in a total new situation. The region, the world, and all what we knew is now a totally new ball game. And we have to adapt ourselves. And I think the most important thing is adaptation to the new situation, have the agility to seize the opportunities. What we heard about China, I mean, 5 years ago, we were thinking about China in total different perspective. Now China and the world is something totally new, and there is a huge opportunity because of the changes. We heard about the figures concerning the drop of exports from China to the US. That's a huge opportunity that we have to seize. We are hearing, unfortunately, the war in Europe has transformed the region of uncertainty and instability is in Europe, where here we are talking. I'm flying to Morocco in 2 weeks' time. I just came back from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Here we are talking, we are discussing. Suddenly this area that used to be the source of instability is becoming the source of stability. So, I mean, things are changing, and our challenge is to know how to seize the opportunity to adapt ourselves to this new situation. And there is but there are obviously some fundamentals. The fundamentals for us is that Egypt is the largest, biggest, most important Arab country. That, again, I don't want to offend anyone. The Gulf is very nice. 10 million people, it's okay. But look, I mean, let's put the figures. I mean, you are what, 110 million people? You are really the anchor of the Arab world. And it's nice for us to travel around, etc. But let's not forget the Israeli-Egyptian relation, I think, are the most important in the region, and we have to work on them. They can actually project on all the region. And you talk about investors. I know that there are Chinese investors coming to Egypt, Emirati coming to Egypt, Moroccan coming. They know why they are coming, because they know that this is the place, and we Israelis have to take advantage of that also. The quiz is only a tiny a part of the overall relation. Now we heard from our ambassador that the Egyptian-Israeli relations are expanding. I don't want to tell you, but in Israel, you open any newspaper today, you've got pages of advertising for Sharm el-Sheikh. Be careful, because you are going to have, I mean, it was during our Passover when we celebrate the exit of Egypt, it was exactly the opposite. We have thousands of Israelis moving back to Egypt. So, I mean, it's unbelievable what's happening there. Okay, so there is an enthusiasm on the Israeli side to come and to visit and to see. So this is a very important and very, and you talk about people to people, I think there is no better than to come and to see. And what you have done in Sharm el-Sheikh is unbelievable. Okay, so yes, I mean, Israelis will be there. There are more and more, I heard, by Israeli coming to visit on tourism, not just Sharm el-Sheikh, but also Egypt. The direct flight, Air Egypt is coming. It's really really great. By the way, I have some complaint because they cancelled the day before yesterday the flight, so I had to go via Athens. But never mind, I'll finish my deal with them in another way. Anyway, but really the gas issue. I mean, who would thought that the Russian will stop gas, or the European will stop buying gas from Russia? And here, this is a huge opportunity that altogether we have. And again, we have a complicated relation with Europe, but now there is another dimension which is fantastic. And above all that, let's not forget, both you and us, we understand that the US is the power that is actually setting the rules, and we are on that side, no question about it, okay? And the world which is changing, and really, I mean, I don't want to enter into geostrategic consideration, but there is no question that both Egypt and Israel, we are on the same camp when it comes to the change that are happening in the world, and therefore the relation with the United States are extremely important for us, and for you, and there is, and we have to find all ways, and because we have a very open and I would say willing American administration, both this one and the previous one, with all ups and downs. We also have ups and downs with the Americans. They are not easy. Sonia, you know that, but we have to manage, okay? So, yes, there is a lot of complementarity between Israel and Egypt, and this triangle, Israel, Egypt, US, is a win-win-win situation, like the Chinese are saying, and we have to seize those opportunities. Okay, so we can talk about the complementarity, about investment opportunities, about Egypt being, I would say, a hub for working both in the region, working in Africa, working in Europe. I mean, really, I mean, you have such huge capacity, okay? And I think that we, small economy, but we have ideas, so we can bring your capacity, our ideas, and I would say the sky is the limit. And I'm ready to elaborate more because there are so many other subjects, renewable energy, climate change. I mean, just to tell you, COP27, you're going to host it. I can tell you we are preparing ourselves to come. We want to be a very successful event. I know that some of my Israeli friends said, we are going to be very ecological. We're going to come by bicycle because it's on the way down from Eilat to Sharm. Never mind. But so we are going to show that we're against any climate warming. But no, I think that's a very good opportunity to actually highlight cooperation, highlight new subjects. And we are your partners, and the EBA. We just was talking that I received a delegation. It was 1998. 1998. Right? It was Mr. Tawil, right? Late.
Yes. Mr. Tawil, yeah.
Tawil. So, right. So we are waiting for you to come to see. Egypt has changed since then. Israel has changed. The world is changing, and let's work together.